In Jalen Hurts' 5 NFL seasons, Shane Steichen is the only offensive coordinator he's had for more than 1 year. After working with Brian Johnson in 2023, Kellen Moore this past season, the Eagles are now set to have their 4th offensive coordinator in 5 seasons. Kimberly Martin's here with us now on First Take. But Stephen A., I'm going to you first. Was it a mistake for Kellen Moore to take the Saints job?
Couple of things. First off, today I'm very lucky man. First it was Eminem, now it's Kimberly sitting in my seat. What's up, girl? I really appreciate you. I appreciate y'all making sure that doggy wasn't sitting in my seat. That's very important to me. I don't want to contaminate it. So now that we got that out the way, let's get down to business here. I'm not usually one. I wish it was a better situation than New Orleans.
Stevie, just say you're afraid of a challenge. Just say that. Just say you're afraid of a challenge.
Well, I'm not afraid of a challenge. I've accepted challenges all my life.
Which is why I'm very, very surprised by this take of yours. Because I haven't heard you say it's a mistake that Aaron Glenn left the Detroit Lions to come and be the head coach of the Jets. I didn't hear you say that.
I got to worry about those opportunities. Ain't too many of those going to get. Now, that's where I was coming from with that, if I'm being honest.
But here's where I got you. Because as a black man, when you know that the opportunities are few and far between, that Jet situation is going to take a lot of work and a lot of patience, something that Woody Johnson doesn't always show. So if you're going to sit up here and say, Kellen Moore, I don't know, I don't love this for you. A lot of these head coaching positions, I don't love for a lot of these guys. But you know as well as anybody that they're only 32. And when you have the opportunity, unless you are going to be in a Ben Johnson type of situation and say, I don't know, my current team needs to pay me more to stay, otherwise you need to go. And I think, Kellen Moore, to your point, this is a huge undertaking. The New Orleans Saints have to show a lot of patience. With that cap space, they got to clear almost $72 million just to get to the salary cap. It is not going to be good. A lot of contracts, a lot of expensive guys, a lot of decisions. But again, if Kellen Moore is given that patience, which they've had Mickey Loomis there forever, right? They've had the same structure there forever. So if they give him that patience, it could work out for him.
Has to take the job. You're 100% right, Kimberly. And I understand Steve's point, but remember, most of these jobs, these are bad teams. Jacksonville's a bad, these aren't great because the good team doesn't need the coach that much because they're always good. These jobs come across because these are bad organizations to a large degree. And the Ben Johnson situation is a little different. The Lions did not win a Super Bowl. They lost in a championship game. He won a Super Bowl. What else is he supposed to do? He got to strike when the iron's hot. He had a great year. So as a result, they come calling. I think you got to take the job. And I understand Stevie's point. It's the Saints, but it is a bad division. Carr's not terrible. It's Carolina, it's Tampa, and it's Atlanta. They should be pretty competitive. They can win 8-9 games. It's not that bad. So from that standpoint, listen, is it ideal? No, but it's a job he had to take. There's no.
Well, listen, I'm not in a position to definitively disagree with y'all. Y'all points are valid. I get that, but I got to touch on what Kimberly brought up because I think it was accurate for her to do so. I got to be honest, First Take, I'm not going to lie to my audience here. I think the rules are different for black dudes compared to the white guys. And if you're Aaron Glenn, you had to take that Jets job. All right? I think you're Kellen Moore. You're an offensive coordinator for the reigning Super Bowl champions after the year that they've had, looking to run it back with the personnel that you have in place with probably the best executive in the business right now in Howie Roseman, and a head coach that's really validated himself and literally is begging you to stay. I think it's one of those situations, y'all, honestly, it's just my opinion. There's no facts to back it up, but I think that Kellen Moore, the last thing he would have had to worry about was a better opportunity down the line. Aaron Glenn got to take it where he could get it. That's my opinion. That's my personal opinion.
So, Stephen, it's no different than when you're a college athlete and you win a national championship and you say, you know what, I'm going to declare for the draft. The danger if you are Kellen Moore is, it doesn't get any sweeter than this. You did in one season, you did what you came into Philly to do, win a Super Bowl. What happens next year if the Eagles don't have a great record or they get bounced in the playoffs early? God forbid, they don't make the playoffs. Then is Kellen Moore's options, what do they look like then?
Right, they dwindle.
That's
may I
what
answer that?
Talking about. Yes, you may. You may go ahead and answer that.
No. I'm being very respectful. You sitting in that chair, girl. You the boss. My point is, My point is that I get where you're coming from, but it's a risk, but it is possible it could get better. They could repeat, and a better opening could come up. That's what I'm thinking. It's a risk, though. It's a risk, absolutely.
I'm looking at this from the Jalen Hurts of it all. I mean, 4 coordinators in 5 seasons.
And it's more than that. Go back to and for Jalen himself, go back to when he was in high school. He's had every different coordinator under the sun. And the Eagles, again, since it's the same thing that he experienced.
I mean, I guess it shows he's adaptable.
Not the same shape, because before he was playing with a Super Bowl loss, questions about what he could bring to the table, especially after losing both coordinators. This time he's playing with house money because he's the reigning Super Bowl champion and the Super Bowl MVP. So he's already proven it. So even if a coordinator's coming in, the pressure's on them because he's already proven what he could do if guys know what they're doing. The pressure would be on a new coordinator who replaces Kellen Moore to show that he could measure up to what Jalen Hurts was exposed to this past season.
And so it just shows how good of a quarterback he is, the way he's been able to adjust to all these different coordinators, and now someone needs to come in and adjust to him. Look.
Sao mình sẽ gặp cái này lại này? Đó, giờ mình sẽ gập phần này lại nha. Đó, như vậy là mình đã dự gặp được một hình như thế này nha. Rồi mình sẽ gặp phần này lên này. Tiếp mặt bên này nha. Sau đó mình sẽ bẻ phần này ra như thế này nha. Đó. Sau đó mình sẽ bẻ phần này ra nha. Tiếp cái ở trên nha. Tiếp này. Như vậy là mình đã gập xong một cái trái tim hình nơ như thế này. Các bạn có thể tham khảo cách làm của mình để gập ra những cái chiếc trái tim hình nơ xinh xắn bằng giấy như thế này nha. Đó. Ở đây mình sử dụng là màu hồng. Các bạn mà có màu khác thì mình có thể sử dụng màu khác để gập nha. Ở đây mình có màu hồng như thế này nha. Và mình sẽ dùng bút xóa để trang trí thêm. Đó. Các bạn có thể tham khảo cách làm của mình nha. Và video của mình đến đây là hết rồi. Hẹn gặp lại mọi người trong các video tiếp theo nhé. Bye bye.